It appears that the Braxtons' preview for tonight's episode has been made public. Tamar Braxton is accused by Towanda of having an affair with Tony Braxton's ex-boyfriend. However, Tamar also charges Towanda with stealing from her. We must descend the rabbit hole of previous boyfriends and allegations. Welcome back to the Compire channel, your go-to resource for entertainment. Reality TV, pop culture news and music, and much more. As usual, to ensure that you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or upload, make sure to hit the notification bell. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. Before we begin another Braxton's update, please remember that we are using YouTube to raise money for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Black women are more afflicted by breast cancer than any other demographic. Therefore, we're raising money for their health. YouTube Giving donates 100% of your donation to the organization. This year, please help us make a difference. Our target is $3,000, but we are about halfway there. Therefore, we must arrive before the end of the month, which is in 1 week. You can share this video with anyone you know who is able to donate, even if you are unable to. Thus, assist us in spreading the news. And once more, let everyone know that the organization receives 100% of your donation. We appreciate everyone who has contributed or plans to donate. Now, let's get into this. Yes, I was going to say earlier today. We recapped the most recent Braxton episode earlier today. The most recent 2 episodes are the first 2 of the 2nd season. Therefore, make sure to check that out if you missed it. That was posted earlier today. Only after I completed that did I see the teaser for tonight's show, which features a sit-down between the Braxton sisters and has been promoted since the start of the season. Tonight, as we witness Tamar against her sisters and Tamar against Tony, we are able to witness the complete collapse of this relationship. However, the reason this interaction between Tamar and Towanda is so intriguing is Towanda didn't seem good in the previous several episodes we discussed because it sounded like Towanda was creating situations that would make Tamar look terrible. Tamar has enough flaws to damage her own reputation. But there was a lot of incriminating evidence against Towanda. They continued publicizing this fight between Tony and Tamar, which caught us off guard. We weren't prepared for Towanda and Tamar to fight during this exchange. After I play the clips for you, I have to delve deeper into the individuals they are bringing up. The names are not mentioned. The names are blurred. They even obscure the mouth since they were confident the lip readers would detect it. WeTV is pretty strange about playing their stuff, so I'm just going to play the audio. I'll play it, stop, and go on. This is being used for study and discussion under fair usage. I'll just play this for you. The clip lasts less than a minute. My address is the dude. I'm not. Tamar is furious because she was given a cease and desist order over the interview she conducted with her niece, Ashley Braxton, who's accusing the late Gabe, Trina's late husband or ex-husband, of inappropriately texting her when she was 16 years old. She discussed it on social media. Tamar wanted to feature her on both a reality show and her podcast. She said Tony was trying to get Ashley on the reality show. We don't know how Ashley Braxton's father, their brother, feels about them even discussing this on the television. I'm hoping you'll actually give the dude my address. I don't think you guys will give a damn about me. My child is the subject of my inquiry. Do I know where you reside? You don't come, of course. Towanda and Tamar's relationship has been turbulent. Last season, we discovered that Tamar believes Towanda doesn't make an effort to connect with her. This season's problem is that Tamar skips her bridal shower in Tulum, even though it seems like Towanda didn't want her to be there. All right. Towanda doesn't get in touch with her, she claims. Months may pass. Towanda will only talk to her when they are filming. My child is the subject of my inquiry. Do I know where you reside? You don't come, of course. I put down your down payment so I know where you reside. Boom. How do you guys feel about someone putting anything like that in? Tamar adds, I know where you live because I put down your down payment, your visage. When you're arguing, I suppose all bets are off. I can't recall every single detail of the Braxton family, but, I cover a lot of different shows. So I'm not sure whether Tamar has ever said that or thrown anything like that in her face. You don't come, of course. I put down your down payment, so I know where you reside. You've been robbing me, lovely. Trina is simply sitting there staring at the faces. My credit cards during the last few years. Hold on my stuff. I put down your down payment, so I know where you reside. Gorgeous. Additionally, you have been using my credit cards to steal from me for the last few years. Boom, she claims that you have been using my credit cards to steal from me for the past few years. At first I assumed this was something that had already happened because, don't forget, Towanda Braxton has been accused of similar crimes. I went down a rabbit hole as a result. I descended into a rabbit hole. Once more, I will simply state that these are accusations. I don't claim that this is true or untrue. I'm just letting you know that Wanda Braxton has already accused her of this. Thus, I'm reminded of this article while I browse the internet. One of Toni Braxton's singing sisters has been accused of stealing from the family by her assistant. So the assistant to Toni Braxton. Recall that Towanda was Toni's helper in the past, but this is a different assistant. It is alleged that Towanda Braxton of Braxton Family Values stole her mother Evelyn's SSI check. Zoe, Toni's assistant, makes the charge. Media Takeout claims that... Zoe revealed the details of his recently released podcast. Apparently, he is upset that Towanda hasn't compensated him for his now defunct skincare brand. I'm not sure what to say to someone who can steal SSI checks. Person, when you're that wicked? Who could be so nasty and so thirsty? He added, it's important to remember that Towanda was detained in Atlanta in 2005 and accused of theft by receiving and forgery. I recall this story from a long time ago, according to the report. In 2019, reality actress Towanda Braxton filed for bankruptcy, claiming she was broke. However, her former landlord doesn't believe her and doesn't want the court to dismiss the $76,000 she supposedly owes him. Michael Wagner, who claims that the Braxton Family Value star is being dishonest about her bankruptcy filing and has launched a lawsuit alleging fraud, is at odds with her about money. Wagner asserts in his case that he rented a house to Braxton, who then defaulted, leaving almost $76,000 in unpaid rent and damages. Wagner is requesting that the court not erase the amount she owes him because Braxton put the obligation on her Chapter 7. However, Braxton retaliated, claiming that Wagner had not presented a convincing case of fraud and that she wanted her debt to be discharged in her bankruptcy case. It appears that she was attempting to sort of escape all of her financial problems by filing for bankruptcy. Yahoo claims that in September 2018, Braxton and Wagner reached an agreement whereby she committed to paying the debt. That exacerbates the situation. You and this individual made a settlement agreement. The debt. And now you're attempting to use bankruptcy to erase the debt. However, he claims that she only made one payment. According to Wagner, she left the house in disarray with the garage door, several walls with knife holes and fire damage. According to Wagner, Braxton only filed for bankruptcy after he pursued her for his money and is fraudulently misrepresenting her assets. Instead of having the obligation discharged, he is requesting that the court grant him punitive damages. She also owes her sister Tamar Braxton $35,000, according to the blast. She claimed to have only $150 in her bank account when she filed for bankruptcy in April. These are crucial information to remind them of their financial circumstances. When you witness all of the pranks they are prepared to engage in on this program, remember that? Towanda reportedly identified $277,650 in assets and a staggering $547,560 in court paperwork that the website was able to get. 39 in obligations. The $275,000 house she recently purchased in Georgia. $1,500 worth of household items, $1,000 worth of clothes, and $150 in her checking account are purportedly among her valuables. $417,715 to a mortgage company. $76,000 to her previous landlord, $982 to Comcast, more than $1,000 to collections lawyers. and $8,480 are among her reported obligations. $6,211 to Covenant Christian Academy, $30,000 in medical expenses, $35,000 personal loan from her sister Tamar, and other obligations. The case has not yet been decided. Since this matter dates back to 2019, I am unaware of the ultimate ruling. I can be reminded by you all in the comments area. I simply had to return because I recall that Towanda and I had some financial problems over the years, including accusations of forgery and other offenses. Now let's return to the audio I just played for you. Please assist me. Your down payment was made by me, Gorgeous, and you have been using my credit cards to steal from me for the past few years. What do you pilfer? I'm not a thief. We're watching an edited show because she didn't do it again. Thus, many people who have been viewing and responding to this video today are saying this to Towanda. You're not disputing that you took from your sister, Towanda. Additionally, as we can see in this bankruptcy, you are attempting to get your sister's $35,000 loan forgiven. Been using my credit card to steal from me for the last few years. My problem is that Tamar claims in 2025 that you have been defrauding me for the previous few years. So, she's speaking. Regarding the recent past. What? Additionally, their connection hasn't been nice. Oh my. Do you steal? Your down payment is unknown to me. Gorgeous. Additionally, you've been using my credit cards to steal from me for the past few years. What do you pilfer? I'm not a thief. You don't. Men were stolen by you. What? Who? You stole men, she claims, Towanda tells her. Let me look at Trina's face during this. Deal with anything? Avoid doing so. Men were sold by you. With her hand resting on her chin and a fierce expression on her face, Trina is reclining back and staring at Tamar. We must remember that Tamar's decision to include Ashley on this show has angered Trina. You've already seen what Trina said about Ashley appearing on the show and discussing this. She didn't come to keep her niece safe. She continues to defend this deceased man. In order to see Trina's face, you can view the video on social media if you haven't already. In fact, I'll snap a photo and upload it here. God, please assist me. What do you pilfer? I'm not a thief. You don't. Men were stolen by you. What? The man I stole, who is he? Tony's, huh? What? Says Tony, stealing my men. Did you have sex with them? Yes, I had a few affairs with one of Tamar Braxton's ex-boyfriends. Who? Which man? They blur and beep the name after she repeats it a few times. Don't click the link. I had to see Tony's response since I don't understand the connection. And this is the face of Trina. Trina is simply grinning and grinning. I believe she is simply enjoying bringing up all of this because she is upset that Tamar spoke to Ashley and invited Ashley on the show. They no longer refer to the program as Braxton Family Values, which makes me very happy. They have no idea. When Braxton Family Values was airing, they didn't have any. However, wasn't that the main focus of the previous season? Reuniting and reestablishing contact between the sisters was Tracy's final request. This won't work. You can't get back up after going this low and doing this for the general public. Don't take the lead. When she brings up the name, Tamar stands up and accuses her of having an affair with the former boyfriend of Tamar Braxton. Tamar gets up and strikes Towanda with the glass of water, which makes me wonder if she's unhappy because there's some truth to it, or if it's simply a ridiculous fabrication. I'm not sure. Either one could be the case. Do not misunderstand the connection, ladies. Oh, let's go. I see how dishonest you are. What a liar. He claimed to be aware. She goes on to state that Tamar now claims that he said, I'm assuming the man, the ex-boyfriend, said that he effed Towanda. What's happening? What a liar. Which are you? He asked. Your man, in your opinion? On the most recent Braxton episode, it's going left tonight. I had to go down a rabbit hole, you know? Tamar Braxton has dated a number of different people. Ex-boyfriend, she added. Therefore, I don't believe she has been married to anyone. As you are aware, she dated Birdman for a very long time before being married to him. apparent, and these are merely purported because Tony hasn't really verified many relationships outside of her marriages. She reportedly dated Eddie Murphy back in 2012. You never know, but I don't think it's Eddie Murphy. For 12 years, she was wed to Carrie Lewis. Years. All right? After that, they decided to part ways in 2013. Tony and Curtis Martin started dating in the late 1990s. She filed for bankruptcy, but it wasn't the cause of their breakup. Once more, who was Curtis Martin? He's attractive. I'm looking at a photo of him. I don't remember him, but all right. Jackson, Jim, she dated between 1996 and 1997. They allegedly hang on. They claimed it was a part of the love triangle that caused the Dallas Mavericks roster to fall apart. There were rumors that she was seeing both Jim Jackson and Jason Kidd. What? I must have overlooked this tale. All right, but I do recall Jason Kidd. They said that she dated Jason Kidd as well. Was it one of them then? All right, but no, there's more. There's more. Hold on, everyone. Shemore Moore was born in the middle of the 1990s. But here's the deal. I'm curious if we can obtain a timetable so that we can sort of identify who it might have been. This seems like a long ago connection to me. But why would Towanda even mention anything at this particular moment? She dated Shemore Moore in the middle of 9 South. All right, I see it. You must type. People are amazed that you're dating Birdman because of this. She dated Bryant Reed, who is the brother of L.A. Reid, her producer. I was unaware of that. Once more, these are merely claims. This does not prove that she dated them. Bryant Reed, I'm curious about this one, as they were all surrounding this person at the same moment. Frankie Beverly was her boyfriend, rumored. Rumored is frequently mentioned as one of Frankie's women. Beverly has dated, I hope he rests in peace. Really? They are very different in age, but you never know. All right. I mean, I only know a few of the individuals she's connected to over the years, so I had to Google some of them, but there might be more. So, just who? I will rely on the streets of Reddit. I'll update you all on this, folks. However, that is a preview of the program that airs tonight. The problem is as follows. They are releasing this, of course. Out of naturally, they are aware that this will encourage viewers to see the episode tonight. They intend to draw viewers to the Braxton. But is the loss of your family, your morals, and your principles worth it for reality TV? Once more, all of them, including Toni Braxton, have experienced financial difficulties throughout the years when you consider their financial circumstances. She's doing very well, after all. She said today that she will be touring with Boyz II Men and New Edition, which I can sort of understand, but why Toni Braxton and these two boy bands? I think you could collaborate with another legend, but whatever. That's just me, though. Thus, they revealed their New Edition tour, which is taking place today. I'm not sure. Please let me know what you think of this preview and whether you plan to see the show tonight. I'll update you. I might also give a recap of the show tomorrow. Check out our recap of episodes 1 and 2 on the channel if you didn't see it earlier today. And once more, please remember to contribute to our campaign for Breast Cancer Awareness Month if you haven't already. Black Women's Health Imperative receives 100% of your donation. Give now. Help us raise more than $1,500. That's half of our objective. This week, we want to surpass the halfway point. $3,000 is our ultimate target. I sincerely appreciate everyone who has donated or plans to donate. We are grateful to you, everyone. Remember to like this video as usual. Remember to turn on your alerts and to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, of course. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. We're going now.